بك معنا وشكرا جزيلا لك على هذا اللقاء. لنبدأ أولا بالعوامل الرئيسية التي دعمت هذه القفزة القوية في أرباح الربع الثالث وأيضا أول 9 أشهر من السنة.
Well, it's a pleasure to be with you. Thank you for the invitation. We are very pleased with our financial performance in Q over Q and year over year, especially when the gross profit improvement and the net profit improvement at a higher rate than sales growth. We are very pleased with our financial performance and how the business and the operations in all its sectors performed and executed well to plan. We are smarter in buying, we are smarter in making, and we are much more diligent in collecting. We're managing capital very well, and our competitive environment is improving. We are quite pleased.
بالنسبة للإيرادات كان في تراجع ب4% على أساس سنوي، تقولون أنه كان في تراجع في مبيعات قطاع التكييف وقطاع الإنشاءات، أما قطاع الحديد والمواد العازلة فكان في ارتفاع. هل هذا يعني الإيرادات الأكبر تأتي من قطاع الحديد؟ وإذا نعم ما هي النسبة من الإيرادات التي تأتي من قطاع الحديد؟
The drop in 3.9 or 4% is not from the steel operations. It is principally from the consumer side of the air conditioner business, one, and two, from the construction business. So the construction business, the revenue in the construction business is not linear quarter to quarter. It has significant dips and highs. The businesses drop because we are managing what customers we associate with and what businesses we decide to contract. After every drop, there is a boom, and we expect this boom to develop in the near future. In the consumer business, it is due to the open competition from the Chinese and the local market that has affected us and other companies who are in the same space. We are mitigating those by creating our business-to-consumer, direct-to-consumer sales business, online business, and we are very pleased with its performance so far. I think just recently we crossed 100 million in sales. We're very pleased with that performance, and we expect that performance to continue to increase at least a double-digit rate.
كم تشكل مبيعات الإنترنت من إجمالي المبيعات؟
Our online sales of total sales are less than 20% so far. It will be more than 30% in 26, and in 27 will at least be 50% of the consumer sale. This is the consumer part of the air conditioning sector. If you recall, the air conditioning sector is split into three businesses: consumer manufacturing, central manufacturing, and services and supplies. The largest is central manufacturing, then services and supplies, and the smallest is the consumer manufacturing. So the component of e-commerce in consumer is doing really well.
طيب، ولو تستطيع أن تخبرنا ما هي مساهمة قطاع الحديد من إجمالي الإيرادات، قطاع التكييف أيضا مساهمته من إجمالي الإيرادات، وأيضا المواد العازلة.
As a percentage of total revenue for SENAAT, Zaatari represents about 50%. The air conditioning sector represents somewhere between 24 and 25%. And the insulation sector represents the lowest revenue portion. It's around somewhere between 7 and 9%. Having said that, the insulation sector represents the greater percentage growth and profitability of all businesses we have in SENAAT on a percentage basis, not on an absolute basis. The absolute basis continues to be Zamal Steel.
نعم، تذكرون أيضا استحواذ الخليجية للعزل وهي شركة تابعة على 49% من أفيكو. التنفيذ كان في مارس من هذا العام، وتقولون أنه كان في للمعالجة الحسابية أثر مالي. فيك توضح لنا أكثر أنه ما هو هذا الأثر المالي، أو هل كان في أثر مالي لهذا الاستحواذ؟
There was no material financial impact. The whole issue was the timing and the accounting for that transaction. GIG had bought its partner share of Africa, the share that it did not buy, and the SPA, or the sales purchase agreement, was transacted on time, and we got GAC approval on time. It's not the issue when it should have been accounted for. And we had one external auditor that believed in certain time frame, and the oncoming new external auditor believed in additional time frame. It has absolutely no impact on the performance of the business, both in GIG as well as in SENAAT. But that acquisition will add to the competitive advantage and the profitability of GIG going forward. That is the insulation sector.
نعم، وكم يبلغ النت ديت تو إيبيدا حاليا للشركة؟
Well, I'm happy to say that our equity has improved around 23% from the beginning of the year to now. The debt to equity, the financial debt to equity, has improved 17%, and it's now on the range of, I believe, 3.23, 3.24 debt to equity, financial debt to equity. And that's dropped from, I believe, if I recall correctly, 3.78 or 3.9. So we continue to improve on debt to equity. Our equity is improving by the financial profitability of the company, and we feel very good that the continued and expected and projected increase in profitability will improve our debt to equity, will rebalance it, and would look much more attractive going forward.
تفعلون هذا؟ هل تقومون بإعادة هيكل الديون بسعر فائدة أقل؟ هل عم بتخففوا الديون أم قروض الشركة؟
The loan amount in the company will be just about constant. You know, this is a capital incentive business. We run manufacturing. 80% of the business is manufacturing, and manufacturing require a lot of investment. We buy a lot of material from the outside, so we continue to think that our debt will roll around 2 billion riyal, just about, plus or minus 100 million. But that is really not the issue, and that's not really the concern. The issue is, can we turn that around and make money on that? And the answer is yes. So we've been doing that for a number of sequential quarters. Now, any change in interest rate will actually help us, and I will look forward to that because that would reduce our financial cost. But we don't depend on that for our profitability. This is just an added benefit, an added value. We would appreciate it, but we don't count on it. We drive profitability through our efficient manufacturing, our transformation of operations, our systemization, our smart purchasing, as well as our diligent collections of receivables.
وهل ممكن استئناف التوزيعات النقدية قريباً؟
We look forward to that. The 3-year plan that has recently been approved by the board has a dividend pay, but that I don't think will come in 25. Depending on the profitability of 26, that could come in later. But definitely, this is something that is on the books, and this is something we all work very hard to achieve. We would like to reward our shareholders. People have been with us, patient with us for a very long time, and we appreciate that. And we would like to reward them with some dividends. The answer is yes, but it will not be in 25.
مع تغيير اسم الشركة إلى صناعات البناء المتقدمة، هل لديكم خطط للتوسع في أسواق أخرى أو ربما محلياً حتى؟
The short answer is yes and yes. The objective of the change in the name of the company, even though we do appreciate very much the Zamel name of the positive legacy and the hard work and the creativity and the imagination that caused the company to be what it is today. The company has to progress. It has to progress into new products and into new markets, those that are closely related to our existing businesses and those who are not. So we would be interested in undertaking some M&A and investments, strategic joint ventures to expand our product line, increase our profitability, and increase returns to shareholders. Yes.